And this episode of Hat-Trick Hockey is brought to you by our good friends over at Claru and Son Roofing. These guys are the kings of roofing, Tristan, like we say, the kings of roofing. These guys last summer alone, over 25,000 bundles of shingles done. They're fully insured. They offer free estimates. The work they do is incredible, and they always get the job done right the first time. So be sure to hit up the boys over at Claru and Son Roofing because, like we always say, when you want your roof done, call Claru and Son, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No time.
What is going on, everybody? It's been a while. All you beauts and beauties out there, it is episode number 147 of Hat-Trick Hockey, which is always brought to you by our good friends over at GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat-Trick Hockey. If you like Tristan's shirt, my hoodie, my hat, whatever, just smash the link on the post. It'll bring you straight into our merch store for you to collect all your sweet HTH merch. And here, as always, inside Windsor Laser Cutting Studios with my buddy Tristan inside Barker Builds. What's up, dude? It's been a minute.
I know it has been a minute. Last thing we were doing, we about a week ago we interviewed Jason there, and
Jason Durace,
yeah, that went very well. And I'm happy that we're back now that we can actually just discuss general hockey stuff. Obviously, it's the off season, so it's pretty slow. But nevertheless, there's still stuff to talk about. So
hockey's right around the corner, buddy.
I know, like
I can smell the camps coming up. Yeah, I could smell the skates and the rink and everything right now already. I could smell it already. The equipment doesn't smell like shit quite yet, but it's good. You know, it's gonna happen.
It'll get there, trust me.
It'll get there, but the boys are humming right now too. So let's get in real quick to our last episode, I believe came out. I believe it was August 6th. As everybody knows, this time of year is kind of slow in the hockey world, so we take some time off.
Yeah.
It's been good recharge because we know that we got a long season coming for us.
It'll be a pretty busy season. So,
as everybody knows, we've announced that we are your game day media for the Essex 73. So what that's going to entail us doing, is that the right word, entail? Is that right? Or intel or entail?
Yeah,
entail?
What does that entail? Yeah.
Okay. All right. +1 ant. All right. High off the glass here, kids.
Plus 1,000 ant.
High off the glass here, kids. But anyway, so we're going to be your game day media team. So we're going to give you a pregame show. We're going to give you a post-game show with probably that's going to come with a player interview as well, a quick 5-10 minute player interview. You're going to be on color. We got Jonesy on the call. It's beautiful, baby.
Oh, so I'm so excited for this opportunity.
The only part that's shitty is opening night. Jonesy has prior engagements that he's already has to take care of. So it's going to be me and you opening night. So it's going to be me and you on the pregame. It's going to be me and you on the call for the game. And then it's going to be me and you on the postgame show after. So busy opening night for the boys, but we're going to take care of it. I think our pregame and postgame shows, they're only going to be about 15-20 minutes in total each, I believe. So it's going to be about 40 minutes a night for us roughly on there, right?
Yep, but I think that's probably the best plan going forward, and I hope you guys think so as well, all our wonderful listeners and viewers of the show. This year is going to be a big year for us with content output. You're going to see a lot more of us, and hopefully hear a lot more of us through word of mouth and just the grapevine. So I'm very pleased that the 73s welcomed us with this opportunity to partner with them, especially not only on our show level, but on our personal level. We'll each have duties within the organization, such as social media and, as you said, play-by-play or color commentary. And doing this opens a lot of doors for us. So thank you to the 73s for this. And we look forward to our partnership going forward.
Yeah, what's going to be kind of cool is it's going to allow you guys to focus on the call of the game, and then I can kind of put together what we're going to talk about in the pregame. Post-game, we're pretty well going to talk about what happened during the game, obviously.
Right, yeah, take notes, and we'll go from there and get the player on.
But we're going to be able to give you injuries, who's in, who's out, just what's going on like that. So it's going to be a great experience for everybody, and it's going to not only it's gonna give 73's fans a little more information on the way to the rink as well, right? So you're gonna
Yep.
know who's in and who's out and this and that. So I'm thinking pregame show. I believe I think we're gonna don't this isn't exact times or whatever, but we're hoping to start. I think it's gonna start around 6:20 or 6:30,
Okay.
I believe. And we're gonna run it till about quarter to 10 to, which is gonna allow you guys enough time to get up to the booth to
Right.
make the call. So,
Yep.
and then after the game, it will start probably 10, 15 minutes after the game, which will give you guys, a chance to like throw a piss or whatever and get
Yeah.
down to where we need to be. And fuck, man, it's gonna be good.
Yep. It'll be busy, but you know what? I feel that, especially myself, I don't know if I can speak for you, but I thrive under I guess not high stress, but like more pressured situations, where you have to follow a tight timeline. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm very effective at managing time in constrained spaces like that. So, and it develops good time management skills, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm in school, so I've got to balance a few things this year going forward. Like I'm going to be helping this year. I'm going to be back coaching at Essex High for volleyball.
Nice.
And then I've got my class schedule, which it's not that busy, which I got pretty lucky with. It's mainly later in the week, so
Beauty.
it's looking like these opportunities are everything's kind of falling into place right now. Life is going very well.
It's crazy, eh? How just the doors just start swinging open, eh? It's isn't that, but you know what though? Like we've worked our ass off for this though. Like, like we've grinded to do this. Like,
Yeah,
so
we put
it's
work in.
yeah, so it's nice that it's paying off. And like as when it comes to like the pressure situation or whatever, shall we say, one of the things that I'm usually pretty good at is staying calm when the heat's on.
No, yeah,
You
that's
know what I
exactly what
mean?
I'm saying.
So,
Yep.
and if you stay calm, like it's everything just kind of falls into place. We have to understand that not everything's going to work out perfect for us. Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Like either to like when it comes to whatever, like we're using all brand new equipment. Like
Yeah.
we're going to
It's
actually head in there, I believe sometime early next week.
hmm
And we're going to be going in there because everything's being set up on Tuesday. I want to say the cameras and stuff. Everything's being set up Tuesday. So we're going to be meeting with Mike to check out the booth and this and that. So we're going to be sitting right up center ice here, right in the booth with Mike and them. So
yeah.
it's going to be interesting.
You
It's
know
going to be
what? It'll be great to kind of have an inside look about how much goes in. Not just like I feel like people kind of get the wrong impression. Maybe it's by nature of where you live, although most of our listeners live locally, so they know how much hockey means to this community,
mm-hmm,
and just how good Junior C can be and is.
mm-hmm,
Um, Obviously, different areas it might be a little bit less of a bar, but around here, that's if you make Junior C in this area, you're a very good hockey player,
mm-hmm,
and there should be no credit taken away from the young men who have worked hard to get there and showcase what they have, right? Like a lot of these guys are just like me. They're busy. They're in school, right? Like they have
yeah,
lives too,
yeah,
but they still take time out of their day to work hard at the game they love, and they show it on the ice. So if you ever get an opportunity, come and watch these games,
mm-hmm,
especially this year. The league's going to have a lot more parity in it, and there's going to be a lot of good players
mm-hmm,
playing as opposed to maybe past years
mm-hmm.
with the mass exodus from Leamington. So
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Like, yeah, Junior C this year is going to be it's going to be very
the
very
Stobbs division
interesting.
specifically, the Stobbs will be
Oh yeah,
could
insane.
go a lot of ways.
Yeah. So speaking of the boys,
Hmm.
since we talked, we had a couple new signings, correct?
Yes.
So who do we got?
A few pretty big ones.
Yeah.
So Essex continues to build from the back end forward.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty confident in their forward core so far, but they ended up signing a left shot defenseman, Cohen Taves. Or sorry, right shot D man.
Mm-hmm.
Right shot D man. Cohen Taves. So they strengthened the right side, which I believe last year they only had like one right shot defenseman,
Yeah.
and it was Jack Bulmer.
Mm-hmm.
But now they got Cohen Taves, who is, by the way, got the pedigree of being an OHL draft pick.
Oh, beauty.
Guelph Storm drafted him, I want to say 4 years ago. He is 1 year younger than me,
Mm-hmm.
so 2004 birthday. Kingsville native and a very good offensively capable defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to talk about skating ability and shots, and the biggest thing, which I think is very important to have being a defenseman, is being cerebral. And he's got that offensive IQ.
Yeah.
Very good. I wouldn't surprise me. He's going to headman one of the power plays, I would imagine. He'll be the quarterback up on the blue line. But going forward, Essex's decor.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way things are going here.
And like, not to take anything away from Cohen, but 73's followed this signing up with a pretty big one.
Yeah.
And it was one I had speculated for quite some time.
We've been bugging Mike about it. Like, and he wouldn't tell us,
You
but
know what? I trusted Mike Paley to get this done because I knew it was going to be something that would come up, and like, leave it to him to just play it masterfully. Like, we just signed Gabriel Piccolo.
yeah.
You know what that means? This is the GOJHL champions captain.
Yeah. Might
Captain. The
probably got
leader.
a little bit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. The leader of the best team in Junior B.
Yeah.
How's that? Hey?
All right, we'll take him, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. It's only like
I'm
he's
just
gonna
joking, Gabe. We love
like
you, buddy.
Gabe. If Gabriel Piccolo plays to his potential, which I know he will, because this kid is a driven leader. This guy,
Nail
he
gun.
works hard, like every shift. If he plays to his potential, it's going to be some scary numbers he's putting up.
Good.
Like, it's not like, and I'm not saying, despite the fact that he's not a giant guy by any means. I think he's about 5'8", maybe 5'7", right around there. But he works so hard all over the ice, like two-way player, like especially along the boards. His board play is very strong when he pulls pucks off the boards, especially for being a centerman.
Yeah.
Not too many centers you see doing that. He'll get right in there, pull the puck out, make a play. Like, passing, everything about his game is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, 73's just got their first line center. Like,
Yeah. Everybody
it's not a
says
question.
like, one of the things too that they were saying, they're like, he's a bulldog. Like, he'll hit, he'll get to those dirty areas, he'll, you know, like, he'll do whatever it takes, and that's the kind of shit we need going into this season.
And he's not just, yeah, and he's not just a bulldog. I don't want to say this to discredit any of the players currently on the 73's roster, but he immediately becomes the most talented player on this roster.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think, in my own opinion, after watching him in Leamington for the past 2 years. Yeah, there's some guys who are up there because Essex is like the most, well, they're a very talented team in the league, so they have a lot of good players and a lot of good depth, but top end talent, this is who you want.
You know what though? You put all that aside, that's all great and everything, but what's one thing that he's really adding into this locker room?
His
Leadership.
leadership. Yeah.
100%. Right. And that's what I felt we kind of needed after last season. And I'm not saying our leadership was bad on our team, but having a guy come in that's played at a higher level, that's won at a higher level, that's, you know what I mean, is
Exactly
great for us. So that's,
it's that success.
yes.
It's
And
not like he was
knows
just
what
on
it
some
takes.
team. He
Yeah.
was on the best team.
Yeah.
It was a top 3, top 4 player on that team.
Mhm.
Obviously, you have the McPherson twins, who, shout out to them. One of them got drafted, so, and the
Yeah.
other's been to camps. So it's, but like, this is me being completely honest. Gabriel Piccolo, if not for, and like I said, this isn't to take away his any credit, but if not for the fact that he was 5'8", he probably would have seen OHL time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, when he played Windsor AAA, put up some very, very good points.
Yeah, lit it up.
I urge people, come out this year and watch Gabriel Piccolo and how nasty he is. Especially, see, this is what Essex kind of needed, honestly. They needed that star. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had the depth. They had the formulated, yeah, okay, you had a solid top 6, solid bottom 6. This is like putting a Connor McDavid into any lineup in the NHL. Obviously, that's a gross exaggeration, but at the same point, it's like, would you question having that? Everyone wants him. Are you kidding me? And the fact that Essex got him over every other team, that shows players want to play in Essex.
Imagine we still had Goovy too.
I don't even
I know,
want
but I'm just saying though,
that.
imagine we still had Goovy too.
Goovy, shout out to Austin Guverman. He's only going
Yeah.
to get better.
Oh yeah, but I mean, imagine we still had him too, though. Fuck.
We'll see. Goovy, Goovy will go up north and he'll have lots of success, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure
But
he will too.
so next week, stay tuned. We're gonna do our 73s full season preview,
Season preview.
thoughts,
We're gonna bring
discussions.
in Jonesy for that too.
Yeah, and of course, yeah,
So
we'll have Brendan on the show. Very happy and looking forward to working with him.
yeah,
Very
Jonesy's a
very
beauty.
funny guy, very charismatic, and very talented in what he does and his calls and just how smart he is and how much he knows about the game. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot from him as well in
Yeah,
this industry.
this is beauty. Before we get into kind of like some NHL stuff, and I know there's been some recent trades and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, so I brought E to that ALS game
Oh yeah, the Bob
and
Jones. Yeah,
and
talk
Windsor
about
there.
that.
What a fucking game that was. Um, just the players that they had out there: Brady Kachuk, Dylan Larkin, DeBrinket, Brochu played net.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was
Um,
kind of a last. He was signed later on, I think, for that.
he made some
Signed up.
fucking nice saves too, man.
Brett's a good
Um,
goalie.
Di Pietro, Cassian, Wallman. There
Jack
was
Campbell.
Jack Campbell, Brady Kachuk, if I haven't mentioned him yet.
Yeah, you did.
Um,
But
but yeah,
Like
it's
everyone on that lineup was nasty.
oh yeah,
Easton
it was a good
Cowan from
yeah
London. Who else was there? Jack Studnicka.
yeah
All those guys. They're incredible
Sergachev.
hockey players. Adam Henrique.
Yeah, so there was fucking it was a studded star filled lineups,
Unfortunately,
shall we
Taylor
say.
Hall couldn't play.
No, he couldn't play, but he was there in attendance.
Mhm.
He was like
Yep.
I literally from where I was sitting to where he was standing, I could have like threw something and hit him. Like I could have went like this and threw something and hit him. That's how close he was to us.
That's awesome.
We were right by the Zamboni entrance.
Yeah.
So like when they did the pregame like intros, they were all right there. Like literally right there. I could have reached down and touched
That's
their helmets when
that's
they
actually
went
so
by.
sick.
And
So
then
I gotta ask, uh obviously these guys aren't trying full tilt. Maybe some of the OHL guys to try and
oh no, they were moving.
they were moving, but like it's also not game seven Stanley Cup final. But
No,
I
but
do
I
want to ask who in your opinion was the best player out there?
so the one line was Larkin, DeBrinket, and Brady Kachuk
Yeah.
played on a line. So what was
Oh.
that? I think they had Brady scored a couple times, Larkin scored a couple times. Like they scored probably 4 or 5 times that line alone.
Well, Larkin's so
DeBrinket
fast,
is
eh?
not a big guy at all.
No, he's about 5'6".
Yep. But what a fucking shot on that guy. My God.
His wrist
He
shot's gross.
oh, he shot one during the warm-up. It hit the crossbar. It went straight up. I'm telling you, WFCU, you know how
It's
high that is?
giant.
It
Yeah.
like fucking almost hit the rafters. It was fucking bing, like and straight up like missile. I was just like, oh, he's
Yeah.
he's got a cannon, dude.
Boy
But
can wear it.
I probably expect him to play on a line with Larkin this year. I'm going to assume he's going to be on Larkin's wing. They're going to be on the pair of, they're going to be on the top group, obviously, but
Yeah, whoever else plays with him will be
just go to the
decided.
net.
It'd be nice to have Raymond
Yeah.
play and
That
get
could
some
be a
minutes.
power play unit, though. You can't get all horny on the first line and load it all up like that, can you?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I could also see numerous things. I could see them putting a one, maybe a guy who is a grinder, who's going to be the guy who bangs into the door, something like a Klim Kostin.
Mhm.
Or they could put a veteran guy out there,
I'd,
David Perron.
yeah, I'd probably go. Oh, yeah, Cop played too.
Oh yeah, that's right, Andrew Kopp.
So speaking of the Red Wings, we just had a trade recently.
Well, okay, I guess we're going most
Yeah, we'll
recent.
do it. We'll do it.
All
We're
right.
with the Wings right now. We might as well.
So 70 or 73s. We already talked about them. The Red Wings have acquired Michigan native Jeffrey Petrie from the Montreal Canadiens, who they just got him back this year. But they trade Gustav Lindstrom. That's Lindstrom. No relation to
Nick
the perfect human.
Strom.
And a conditional 2025 fourth round pick. I don't know what the condition is. It's probably the condition is, hey, you might never get this pick. I don't know.
Or
It's
fill our
it's
fridge
just
with
a throw
water.
in. He didn't want to be back in Montreal.
No, he did.
No, and he knew as soon as he was traded there that he was going to get flipped again. He's like, I'm not. It's not going to happen. So,
You said a deal like this almost went through a few years ago, right? We were talking
well,
about
I
that
had been
offline.
hearing for the past 2 years, oh, Red Wings are interested in Jeff Petrie, and I was kind of like, it's kind of weird. He gets paid a lot of money. Red Wings are interested in Jeff Petrie. Okay, well, but the thing is, he had a high cap hit. But when he got traded from Pittsburgh to Montreal, Pittsburgh retained salary. And
Mm.
now he just got traded from Montreal to Detroit, so even more of his salary was retained. So I don't even know the exact amount we're paying him right now.
So the
But
Wings are paying him minimal, pretty much.
yeah, they're paying him I think like 25 35% of his contract or something like that.
So they're probably paying him a couple $1,000,000.
Yeah. And you know what? For what it is, it's totally worth it. You get a guy who wants to be here, who's a leader. He's been to the Stanley Cup final.
Mm.
Also played with very talented players back in his Edmonton days.
Yes, for sure.
But what you're getting is ultimately middle pairing or bottom pairing defenseman who, you know what, he has some flashes still. He might be getting up there in age. I think he's 36, 37 maybe, but he's still got something to give. And I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe sees some 4-on-3 power play time, controlled situations. They're not going to overplay him. He's old. He's not what he used to be. He's not going to be zipping around out there, but at the same point, he still has stuff to give, whether it's off the ice or on the ice. So, what do you think? Do you enjoy this signing, or?
I don't mind it at all. Adds a little depth too. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were saying, it adds a right shot D. I'm sure he's going to be used
Mm-hmm.
in multiple situations. Um, I like that it adds a little bit of leadership in with some of the younger guys as well. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what we really need moving forward when it comes time to making the push for the playoffs. And just a guy like you said that's been to the finals, that knows what it takes to get there, and
Mm-hmm.
to have these him in with these young guys, like Larkin, and even though Larkin is a captain and he's been in the league 7-8 years now, but he's still young. And the part that sucks is we have guys like Dylan Larkin that have not even has he played a freaking playoff game yet?
Yeah, he played 6.
Okay.
Back when
Right,
they lost first
right,
round to
right at the start of his career
they
then.
lost first round to Tampa his
Yeah.
first year in the league.
Yeah, we need to get this guy back in the playoffs. So
Listen, I saw something the other day. It was NHL put it out. It was an over under thing. I think it was over under on Larkin for 90 points. And if I'm being completely honest, this year I'm taking the over.
mhm.
I think Larkin, he's a true leader and he wants playoffs bad.
Oh yeah.
He's been through so much crap in Detroit. So many bad years. 17 wins is all they mustered in 2019,
Oh,
2020. That's sad.
was that the shortened season?
Yeah,
Yeah, but still.
67 games. No,
But
they were on pace to win 20 games.
yeah.
That's a historically bad season.
Oh shit. They've had one of the best seasons and one of the worst seasons in history. Jesus. Yeah, it's not good. But I
We
just
still, yeah, I know that's right. Now we can't say we're the best season.
no.
Yeah, we also didn't get bounced first round though.
Suck on that, Bees fans.
And Tampa fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
We lost in the finals that year.
Yeah, we did.
Got swept 4-0, but
Man.
that was Jersey, right?
I
96?
believe so, yes.
Yeah.
That was New Jersey, yeah.
Oh,
What?
no, that was 95. 96, they got conference finals, Colorado.
They got beat by Colorado. Colorado won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 95, the year before they went to the finals and were 4-0. That's what it was. So they were right there. But anyway, I'm happy. And as you were saying, the cool thing is his dad played for the Tigers.
Yeah. And they're both gonna wear the same number.
Yeah, and he looks just like his dad. See
Yeah.
the photo? I was
Mhm.
like, that's Jeff Petrie if he put on a ball cap. Like,
My dad's actually got a photo with his dad from one of the Tiger games.
that's sick. Is it
Two,
Dan?
I think
Is it Dan?
so. I think
Petrie?
so. I think it is.
I don't know.
I think so.
It's
I'm not
yep,
sure.
Dad Dan Petrie. Yep,
Okay.
I just read it. Yep. Okay. So,
maybe the name will bring some more championship luck, considering his dad is an '84 World Series champion too. So let's just throw that in there.
I think, yeah. So the Wings will have him for 2 more years,
Yeah.
and likely that's when he retires. I'd imagine, unless who knows, maybe he sticks around. But um, on a more somber note, I'll get this out of the way,
Yeah.
just because it's it is a point of discussion, but at the same point, you have to understand people are still mourning as this is very recent and it's very tragic. Um, the Toronto Maple Leafs first round pick, 15th overall in 2020, Rodion Amirov, a young Russian man, has passed away at the age of 21.
Brutal, man. Did they say what was the cause?
Rodion had battled with a brain tumor for the past 2 years, and unfortunately, he ended up his body succumbed to it, and yeah, he passes away. This kid is only 2 years older than me.
That's brutal, man.
He's a 2001 birthday. Like that's, and I say this to everyone who's listening. It puts it into perspective that you never truly know.
Hmm. Yeah.
It could be an hour from now. It could be 60 years from now that I die.
Yeah,
I don't know. Treat every moment, not just every day. People say every day. Treat every moment as if it's your last.
for
What
sure.
do you want people to remember you for? This young man, he was known for his bright smile
Hmm.
and the charisma he brought into the arena every day and the hard work ethic he had.
So young.
And you know what? Uh, it's it's tragic. So thoughts go out to the whole family of Rodi and Amirov, and the fans of the Maple Leafs. Who he was a first round pick prospect, and there was a lot to look forward to, not just about the player he was, but the person he was. A lot of character, and the hockey world's missing another one today.
Yeah, and
So
you probably think too, he's probably maybe what, probably a year or two out from was
he probably would have had a shot at training camp this year.
that's what I mean. So
He was very good in the KHL.
it's brutal. The
So
kid had his whole life ahead of him, and you know what I mean? It's just fucking it sucks when shit like this happens. I hate it. I hate seeing it. Like especially for me, like I'm almost 40, right? So, but when I
mhm,
see like to me, these are kids, man. These are
yeah.
kids. And it's like he just it just bugs me. Had his whole career ahead of him. So we're definitely thinking about everybody there. That's brutal. Not good. What
But
else we got going around the league here?
well, this is on a more lighthearted note. NHL 24 released their cover athlete,
Yeah.
and everyone could have seen it coming.
Surprise, surprise.
Cale Makar,
Yeah.
best defenseman in the NHL, won the Norris and the Stanley Cup same year. And was he Conn Smythe? I think he was.
I think he
No,
was,
was
yeah.
he? Yeah, he was. So, whatever he, yeah. I mean, what can you say? Cale Makar is premier, and this also, to people who are listening, this is a perfect example of why you should be watching Junior A hockey, not Major Junior like the Big Three league in Canada. I'm talking Junior A, BCHL, AJHL, MJHL, OJHL, which the Flyers are a part of now. Cale Makar in his draft year played in the AJHL. He
Hmm.
didn't play in any major professional sports league or college. He was drafted. It was fourth overall. Being no, what was he
No,
drafted?
I'm just shaking my head
Oh,
like it's
okay.
nuts.
But anyway, he played in the AJ, like Alberta Junior Hockey League for anyone who didn't know about that. But like good players can come from the lower leagues,
Oh yeah.
and it's the scouts that look and they go, like people were going, whoa, Makar, whoa, he played in the AJ, yeah, he had record breaking points, but like, come on, that's Junior A. Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Stanley Cup
The defenseman
champion.
who's putting up 90 points?
Yeah.
Come on. The only defenseman who's rivaled him offensively in the past 5 years has been Roman Yossi.
Yeah.
No one, those two are in
Uh
their upper echelon. No one
Dahlin's
touches
starting to
those two.
like creep in there now.
Who's that?
Rasmus Dahlin's starting to creep in there now. He's
Now
looking
listen. Now
good.
this is a perfect segue. to my next point. I was thinking about like, this year in playoffs and stuff, and I see posts. Teams are a lot of Instagram pages are starting to put out their rankings for the next year, where they think teams finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary how many of them are underrating the Buffalo Sabres. I
I
think
know.
I don't think the Buffalo Sabres have a shot at a wild card. They have a legit shot at the top 3 in the division.
Mm-hmm. Oh
They
yeah.
are they have a 6'7" centerman who just
Yeah.
scored 50 goals.
Yeah.
Tage Thompson.
Yeah. They're one of those teams that are sneaky good.
Oh, not even sneaky. Their 2 goalies are rookie, like very young. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, UPL, you could just
Yeah.
call him, and Devin Levi, who's scary. Devin Levi is scary good.
Is he the? I don't know if I'm going. Did he play for Canada?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was gonna say, am I going crazy here? Did he play for Team Canada?
He lost in the gold medal to the Trevor Zegras, Cole Caulfield, those guys.
The World Juniors, right?
Yeah, that was
Was that the one when
2019.
was that in overtime?
No, that one was a 2-0 shutout.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Remember?
Oh,
It
that
was
was
Spencer Knight.
that lost in OT.
That's a while back now, eh?
Yeah, but
Mikey
remember when the
DiPietro.
stick blew up? Someone was going to shoot from Canada in overtime, and the stick blew up, and then they
Yeah.
like went down the ice and scored. I was
Man,
like,
Canada's
oh,
had some crazy moments. Remember
yeah.
the OT versus Finland last year? Finland shot it. It hit the crossbar and was right on the goal line.
Yeah,
And what's his name? Batted it out of the air, McTavish.
yeah,
Like,
that's nuts.
it's crazy how much stuff can change in a second. But also a couple of retirements. This is also why I feel Buffalo could move up in the division. The Boston Bruins lose their top 2 centers.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to this man in his career, because growing up, he was very awesome to watch. I loved watching him because of how much pain and strife he caused the Leafs nation.
Mm-hmm.
Patrice Bergeron, what an absolute legend. You want to talk about top 10 most clutch players of all time?
Mm-hmm.
He's in there for me.
They were talking about possibly renaming one of the NHL awards after him, weren't they? Because he won it.
Yep,
Like
the Frank J.
6
Selke Trophy.
Yeah, because he won it like 6 times or something, 6 or 7 times or something
The
like
best,
that.
the best two-way forward in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close. You look at his steals, his takeaways versus giveaways ratio.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
ridiculous. No one touches it.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one they lost now.
As this guy retired 2 years ago, then he came back. Now he's retired again. I think for good this time. David Krejci.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of came in this year for his last hurrah. Very good and underrated player across his whole career. Not enough people talk about David Krejci, but he calls it quits. And
so right now that leaves McAvoy as a first line center. So we got issues in Boston right now.
Charlie McAvoy is a defenseman.
Oh, sorry, fucking
Pavel Zacha.
Yes, that's it.
You're thinking of Charlie Coyle.
Yes, that's who I'm talking.
But
Of.
he'll be second line. Pavel Zacha would be above him.
Him fucking mixed up. I don't know why.
They're both Charlies. They're both Charlie.
There you go. That's probably why.
But yeah, Coyle. I think they'll put Zacha on the first line. But
or you just fucking trade for a guy, for fuck's sakes. Get a guy in.
I think
get a guy in there.
I think they know this is it, and good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like slowly decline. Just let it happen. Don't pull a wings and try and we got a grip on. No.
Does Taylor Hall normally play wing or center?
Taylor Hall?
Yeah.
He's gone. He got traded.
I know, but does he normally play wing or center?
He's a left wing.
Okay. I was gonna say if he played center, fuck, they're probably kicking themselves in the ass now for him going to Chicago now that
I think they're kind of accepting the inevitable.
Yeah.
Come on. Ottawa's gonna get better. Buffalo's getting better. Detroit's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Montreal, they're in the middle of a rebuild. They're going to be better in next year and the year after.
Yeah.
Boston, Tampa,
yeah,
sliding. Toronto, they'll kind of sit in limbo, but give them 3 years, they'll be down as well.
Matthews is still not signed.
He's got it until next summer.
I know, but do you really want him not signed coming the trade deadline?
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
But
let's get this shit over with here.
Did
Sign
you
the
see?
fucking guy to a max deal, pay him his fucking money or whatever, and let's move on with it, Toronto. Jesus. But if I was them, I would be reeling back. Like Matthews, and I think, what did Biz say on Chicklets the one day? And Matthews, like the first 2 years of his deal or whatever, he made like, with all the bonuses or whatever, he made like 30 or 40 million dollars over the first 2 years of his contract. So,
That's crazy.
you know what I mean? And that was what he had another, what, 3 to 4 years after that, making 11 cheats, 10, 11
Right.
cheats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to figure
Crazy.
over the life of this contract, he's made probably like 50 or 60 million dollars over this past contract alone.
That's crazy.
That's not including any of his entry level and all of his, you know, whatever he makes from there. Fuck, I'm sure he hit his goal bonuses, his point bonuses, his, you know what I mean? I'm sure they get
Oh,
all that.
I just realized I don't think we ever discussed this. EK 65 to the Penguins.
Yeah. Fuck, that's another one. Like, that's what I mean. Hockey's been crazy lately. There's a lot of different guys in different jerseys this year.
That is like, think about that.
Because it's a win now in Pittsburgh. You got maybe 2 to 3 solid
Think
years left with Crosby in them.
think about it though. They have two of the best forwards from the 2010s and Malkin and Crosby, and now the best defenseman, not even close, Eric Carlson of the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, they're both getting older now, but
And you
we'll
still have
see.
Crystal Tang.
I see that's the thing. I don't know why you do that. Oh, I do, because it's Eric Carlson, but at the same point, come on.
Do you see who
You
else
have Chris
talks about?
Letang. I saw Mike Grinnell, shout out Mike. He was saying the same thing on the show for Spit and Chicklets. You have Chris Letang. Now what? You're just going to throw away the 15 years he's been on your team and say, sorry, now you're in second place. I don't think he'll care that much. But at the same point, two really good right shot D, and you got what? You're just going to hope they can swim with whoever's on the left side, Marcus Pettersson?
See who else they're talking to?
Who?
Pittsburgh. You didn't see who else they're talking to?
No, who?
Coming back to the NHL? They're talking to Yager. The
You know what?
74-year-old
Dude, you know how actually sick that would be? Like, Jaromir Jagr is one of my favorite players of all time.
But they're
I would
talking.
actually love that.
They're saying that they're working on a deal with him that is more than halfway done. That is, it will be a like minimal money deal, and
You're kidding. That's actually so sick.
they're looking at him for a 1 year deal. Is what they're looking at right
Gosh.
now. So
He's gonna put up 120 points again. He's gonna be insane.
he's gonna be in the Pittsburgh uni again,
Dude, I love Jaromir Jagr. He's so sick.
so we'll see. Time will tell. But I've seen that more than once in the like media and on
Well,
websites.
I remember a few years back, the same thing was rumored about Pavel Datsuk, so we'll see. Remember they were like, oh, Wiseman, he talked to Datsuk's agent.
But I could see Yager doing it.
Yager, he literally has come out on his Instagram all the time and he's like, hey, NHL teams, I'm a free agent. Sign me.
He's fucking, that guy's a freak too. He's always
What
in
is he, like
shape. So
52? Oh, he's like 6'4" and 230 pounds.
yeah, he's
Ripped.
a truck. Yeah.
He's a tank.
But
Dude, him and Lemieux would have been scary on the same line
he
back
could
in the
be
day.
the type of guy you throw him out on the ice and the like power play or whatever. Park
Oh,
your
yeah.
big ass out front of the net and use
He'll
those
be a
sweet
power play
hands.
merchant.
Use
I think
those
they might,
sweet hands.
with his passing, I think they might put him on the half wall just to dish out the puck. He's good. He's like if Nikita Kucherov was tall and better years ago.
Yeah.
Obviously now Kucherov's league's better, but I'm just saying in their prime, what did Yager have, like 160 points the one year?
Yeah.
Like it's
So look for that. So that is,
I am looking for that. I didn't see that anywhere, but
so
that
I
would
did
be
see that.
sick.
It would be a minimal deal though. I know that for sure. Well, Kyle Dubas isn't going to he's not going to spend a lot of money and give him a fucking 3 year deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's going to, if he plays 1 year and it's good and wants to come back, then maybe they'll run it back then, the following season. But I just had a feeling that he misses the NHL. He's still fucking playing either way. So if you can play in the NHL, why would you not? But I have a feeling
in the Czech Republic, he's good.
I have a feeling though, if he does get signed, with them that this will be his last season in hockey because he wants to finish where he started.
That's
So I have a
he's played
feeling
for a
that
lot of teams.
he has. He's played well. Let's run it back. He's been in Pittsburgh. He's been in
Pittsburgh,
Washington. He's been
New
in New
York,
York. He's
Boston,
been Boston.
Dallas. Was he in New Jersey for a hot minute too, or no?
I believe so. Let's look it up. Now you got me fucking thinking about it.
I know he was in Dallas for like a season. He played
Yeah,
with Brett Hull and was cracked. But
played in Florida.
yep. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right. Florida. That's Calgary for like a very short stint.
that's what I mean. He's played in fucking so many different. I got him right
Never
here.
played Detroit. Imagine him with Fedorov back in the
Oh,
day.
I'm pulling up his elite prospect. You should see his career achievements. It's if I listed them all right now. All right, so he played in Pittsburgh, Washington, New York, Philadelphia,
Philly, that's
Dallas,
right.
Boston, New Jersey, Florida, and Calgary is where he's played. So let's
And
look up his achievements here. So
I got
remember,
it here. I got it. You want me to read it?
yeah, fire it off. It's fucking
So,
unreal.
so he has won the Art Ross Trophy 5 times. He has won the Hart Trophy once. He has won the Lester B. Pearson 3 times, and the Bill Masterton once.
And he's also a member.
And he's also a Stanley Cup champion 2 time, right?
Yeah, and he's a triple gold club member.
Yep, that's right.
He's a 7-time first team All Star, 1-time second team All Star. He was a rookie of. He was in the rookie All Stars when he was obviously first joined the league. 2-time World Cup champ or World Cup or World Championship gold medalist, I should say. He's got an Olympic gold. He's got a World Championships, 2 bronze medals, an Olympic bronze medal, a World Junior bronze medal. He's been league
That's
MVP.
crazy.
Like,
You know who that reminds me of? Just a guy like that who's an OG, and I'd love to see him come back and play. It was like when Kovalchuk came back to the NHL,
Yeah.
and he was with Montreal. I'll
Mhm.
never forget because my dad's a huge Habs fan, and
Yeah.
I was a big Covey fan growing up, watching him on the Thrashers. His first goal as a Montreal Canadian, he comes down on a 2-on-1 in OT, toe drags it, and goes bar down
I
with an
remember that
absolute
goal.
missile.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, Ilya Kovalchuk ends it. And he's running around like celebrating. It was so sick.
Everybody's
It
like,
was
he's back.
nasty.
He's getting 60. Meanwhile, he just got one sick, dirty, nasty
He
goal.
had, he had quite a few
Yeah.
points for them. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they never re-signed him. They traded him at the deadline to Washington.
I have a
And
feeling
that's
that
where he
was
retired.
that could have been more of an attitude thing, though. I've heard he's been but that guy don't give a fuck
Really?
when he plays. Yeah, like
I know,
he'll
yeah.
he'll hit you, he'll fight you too. Like
Oh, he's
he doesn't.
big. He's
Yeah,
big.
that's what I mean. He doesn't care.
He's like a Yager build. They're both
Yeah,
really big guys.
Ovi's kind of along that same build, right? Ovi's like
Ovi's
230.
even beefier.
Yeah,
I'd
Ovi's a
say.
truck.
He's like he gets up near 250, I think.
Yeah, Jesus. So
And
it's
he's
fucking
6'3".
crossing sauces all the time. That's what's fucking. You know what I mean?
He's missing his teeth. The guy's nuts.
Do you see the one video of him standing on the bench? A puck hits him in the mouth. He just stands there.
Yeah, he gets smoked by a full wrist shot, and he goes.
Yeah, he just like looks around like, did that just happen?
Everyone else on the bench is like,
Everybody's ducking. He just
and he just goes whack.
Well, he's at home like,
Oh,
geez, Russia. They're like wrestling bears and shit. So who knows, right? So I love I love Ovi though. One of my favorites for sure.
Oh, he's hilarious.
What else you got? You got anything else, or are we
I think that's
fucking
pretty
done?
much it. Just a quick recap of what's been going on in the hockey world.
Let you guys know what's going on with us. What have you been doing though? Like, how did you cut your finger?
Oh, my finger. You can't really see it right now, but
Oh
if
yeah,
I
you
help
can definitely see it.
Oh, okay. Well, I punched. So
Oh,
I I'm s- I work fast at work, and I was cutting with one of my case cutters, and there's like these shrink wrapped water bottles, right? And you have to be careful not to cut the plastic because you'll cut right into the water bottle. They're pretty thin.
yeah.
They're big ones. Well, my blade slid off the plastic, and I just like it wasn't a cut, the entire blade went like right into my finger. So yeah, and it was stuck in there. And my buddy's looking at me. He's like, "Oh, that's not good." And I pulled it out of my finger because I'm an idiot, and it it squirts blood out everywhere. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's really not good." And my finger
Yeah.
was flapped open.
Oh,
So I went in and I sucked the blood off of it, cleaned it out, put peroxide on it, and then I just held it for like 15 minutes to try and get it to reseal a bit, and it kind of
now it's just a
cauterized
scat.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you just leave it.
And then I wrapped the band-aid around it, left it for the day, didn't put too much pressure on it, and it'll probably leave a scar because it's very deep,
Yeah.
but doesn't hurt too bad right now.
Would have been deep enough for stitches or
It's a clean
close?
cut.
Oh, so yeah.
It's like a split because well, I'll show you right here. This is the culprit. So
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I've
that
seen those.
that
Yeah.
tip of that blade went
Into
in
your
my
finger. Yeah.
my thumb there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But it is what it is. No big deal. Worst thing's gonna happen. I could get stuck in the baler.
Mhm.
That's pretty bad.
So everybody knows I've been trying to get this guy to play golf with me fucking forever.
Hey,
Now
listen,
I've
I'm
been-
gonna get out. So this weekend I'm going with my buddy on Saturday.
Oh,
So
that's great. Well, you're going with your fucking buddy. You're not going with me. Like
you are my buddy, man. Not
no,
the
I
same
know,
one,
but
but
I mean, you're going with your other buddy. That's great and everything. But
I'll go next week. My
I'm
dad's off from work,
yeah, we're both
so
off. So I was thinking that we get me, you, Drew, and him out and we do like a practice round type deal just to see how we shoot as a four
probably
man
not gonna use any of
scramble. My
my tee offs.
That's okay. I'm
But I'll tell you,
decent
man.
off the
Listen,
box. So
listen. You give me a nice. We're 200 yards from the hole. I'll pull out a nice 6-iron and
if
just put it
I'm
right on there.
driving good,
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm good off the box,
Yeah, I
that
know. You
day,
said you hit over 3.
we're gonna be inside 200 yards on a lot of holes.
Good.
So
Like I said, my irons, my mid range, I'm pretty good. I've gotten a lot better. And out of the sand,
yeah, I'm
I'm actually
horrible in sand.
nasty. You get stuck in a bunker, I'm pretty good.
I'm good off the tee box usually, like driving the ball. My irons are okay. If you get me within 100 with a 60-degree though,
Oh.
is pretty good though. So
Or even my putting. I've made
yeah.
some of my buddies can testify. I've made a few pretty long
Mhm.
putts, but I just like the short to mid range game. I'm a lot better. It's just because I put a lot more. You have to in those shots. You put a lot more weight on your front foot, and also just the mechanics of it. My wrist, I'm coming more downward, right, as opposed to my driver. I stand a bit farther back, and if I try and punch it anything over 250, I end up slicing it.
Yeah,
If I take a bit off, I can hit it dead center, but
all I need you guys to do is hit a fairway. You guys hit a fairway that
all right,
allows me to free swing,
there you go.
right? So
Yep.
that's
And
usually when I'm
my dad's
at my
usually
best.
pretty good too off the tee box, so
Yeah.
that's
Well,
where he's his best. So
let's get around next week with
yeah,
all four of us. We'll work
yeah,
something out. What
sounds
days are
good.
you off? Are you off any days next week?
I'm actually working quite a bit, but like afternoons, I'm pretty free after 2, or 3. But
I believe Orchard View has a deal. It's like 1 o'clock and later. You get 2 guys a round of golf and a cart. It's like $40 each.
oh, well, that's what we're doing then. But because I know I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I think Friday, Saturday. So Thursday, I think is my only day off next week. Pretty full week, but making the dough, getting ready. Well, I took the hit with the school bank account. Woo, baby.
Do you want to maybe play Thursday during the day, like early?
Sure.
Okay, let me talk to Steph tonight.
We'll see.
And then because Steph's off all next week too. So, well, no, Steph works Monday, Tuesday, but then she's off the rest of the week. We might take the kids away for a night, but that might be like either Wednesday or Friday. So,
okay. How are your kids doing?
well, Ethan's all geeked up. He's getting ready to start hockey soon. So he's all fired up. Me and him are going to make a day of it soon. We're going to go stick shopping and probably lunch and stuff like that.
Nice.
So we're going to do that. But yeah, he's going to go into the sailors camp coming up in Harrow. It's like a week long, but it's $80 for 7 hours of ice time.
Oh, wow.
For him. So I'm definitely going to put him in that. Plus all my friends run that like hockey school. So He's going to go into that. And also, I know we were just shooting the shit about golf and everything. Everybody, the 73s tournament is September 23rd is the 73s tournament.
Right,
There's a
just over a month
link.
away.
Yeah, there's a link on the page. Smash the link. Throw your team in right now. It's like $130 a golfer or something. So it's a great tournament. It's going to fill quick. So I'm telling you now, get your teams in. We're already in. Get your teams in because that tournament fills fast. So make sure you just wanted to mention that.
It's lots of fun too.
Yeah. And
get to see the boys out there, and
yeah, you can see some of the boys. You play a great course. We might actually, I'm thinking now I have the Swing app that it's called Smooth Swing. We're filming our round because it's easier to do from a scramble because we're all hitting from the same shot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that our round is going to be filmed. So Josh already gave me permission for us to film on the course anytime we want when we're there. So it's easy. If we have me, you, and Drew there, like it should be pretty easy for us to film. So
cool.
We're probably going to do that. So we'll figure it out. So it'll be fun. It'll be good. So just kind of filling everybody in on what's going on. Anything else, bro? Or are you
I think that's pretty much it.
All right. So until next week when we got Jonesy sitting here with us, so we get the boys, and it's gonna be a different look too. We're gonna sit in studio here, all three of us.
Yeah, we're gonna link up and finally use some of our new toys.
Yeah, we got some new toys here. We got all these microphones and recorders and cameras and shit. So it's going down. But all right, until next week, and Tristan, we're out of here. We'll talk to you.
See you later, everyone.
Shelter, help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand.